Good morning, everybody. Today we have Winston. Say hi.
Hi, I lost a tooth today.
He lost a tooth today. Winston lost a tooth today. Got a little extra space in that mouth. And we have Mason. Hi, Mason. Oops. Mason and Winston are going to be my helpers today. I've talked to a lot of you, and it sounds like we're getting bored at home. And it's hard because we can't go out and like go buy new projects, or we kind of have to make do with what we have here at home. So I stumbled across this really great putty DIY recipe out of stuff that you might have at home. Now, we didn't have all of the stuff, so we kind of had to make do, which you guys might have to make do also, and that's totally fine. But this is just something, it's kind of supposed to be stress relieving. In a lot of my individual sessions, we make slime, and that's a stress reliever. But this putty is pretty close. Like if you don't have glue and the stuff to make slime supplies, we're going to make some putty today. So the boys are going to help me and show you guys what to do. So part of the recipe is we're going to use a cup of flour, and Mason's grabbing his cup of flour, and Winston's going to grab his cup of flour and dump it in a bowl. There you go. Dump it all out. There we go. Make sure it's all out. Is it all out?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we're going to add a half a cup of salt. And Mason's got his salt. Winston's got his salt. Now, this is where we had to...
All of it?
Yep, the whole thing. This is where we had to kind of compromise a little bit because we didn't have table salt. So what I used is Epsom salt that has a smell to it. It's like matcha green tea kind of smell. What does it smell like, Winston?
It smells like mint.
Smells kind of minty. It's supposed to be calming and relaxing. So you guys, some people can add essential oils. I am going to skip that step because our essential oils are already in our salt.
Dude, this smells good, like sugar.
So next we have Mason is ready. Winston is ready. We have cream of tartar. Dump that in there. Now we only had about, I would say, half as much as we actually needed for this recipe. So I don't really know what the cream of tartar is supposed to do, but I think if you don't have it, it's probably okay. But yeah, I'm definitely putting that on my next grocery run because we used all of what we had. So, okay, so the cream of tartar is in. When we used 3 tablespoons of that was what the recipe was for, but I ended up doing like maybe 2 tablespoons. All right, so next we have a half a cup of water, and I kind of measured it out. I'm not sure if we have enough water in there, but it says boiling water, but I didn't want to burn anybody, so we're just using like warm tap water. So go ahead and pour it in. All right, and now the fun part is we're going to stir it. So Winston noticed that his is collapsing. So now we got to stir all those ingredients together.
There's bubbles.
So Mason's going to get to stirring. Winston's going to get to stirring. Here's your spoon, bub. And the last 2 pieces of this are optional. You don't have to have this stuff, but we happen to have some things sitting around. We might need to get a little bit more water. We'll see. But you want to mix all those ingredients together, and you can use your hands if you need to, which might make it a little more fun even to use your hands. So the last 2 ingredients are food coloring, which we have some gel food coloring and then just some liquid food coloring, and then some glitter, because everything is, in my opinion, better with glitter. So we're mixing. You might need to get your hands in there, which is all right. So get your hands in there and kind of mix it around. We might need a little bit more water. It's starting to be a little sticky though. And this stuff isn't sticky like slime once you get it all mixed together. It is more like a Play-Doh kind of consistency. So, Mace, do you think you need more water?
Yes.
All right, why don't you go grab just like a splash more of water.
Splash? What do you mean?
Like, turn the
Thing on
faucet on and just kind of splash some water in there and then turn it off real quick. So the reason why I'm saying we probably need a little bit more water I didn't have any more half cup mixing or half cup measuring cups. So I kind of eyeballed it, but I may have underestimated how much water we needed. But once we get all that mixed in there, it's kind of starting a little bit, but we want it to be a little more stuck together. All right, go ahead and mix that in there, bud.
I'm starting to get stuck together.
So, you know, if you guys, this is what I want to say. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, because when I was talking to some folks yesterday in some of my telehealth sessions, everybody's getting bored, and we got a lot more time to go on this thing. So, how's it looking?
Good.
Okay.
I need some more water.
Yeah, get like another splash. Just kind of eyeball it. But what I want to say is this doesn't have to be perfect. If you don't have all the stuff, yeah, it's starting to look. So let's see.
Got enough water.
It might be a little too watery. I don't know. Might be a little too much water. So what happens if we get too much water? We can add a little more flour. So Winston, I'm going to have you go grab the flour out of the cupboard. Now, it is
where the cupboard is?
in the cupboard and the right side on the very top. It's kind of a bag that's all crumpled up. So, nope, this cupboard. Nope, where the chips are. Where we get the chips and stuff.
Where are the snacks?
There we go. Up top, on the right, crumpled up white bag. So the other thing I want to say is too, make sure to check with, make sure to check with parents and make sure that they're not planning on making some bread or something with that flour. This was just some leftover flour that we had that
Because it's how like
I think is okay to use. So just make sure that parents aren't planning on, you know, making something with their flour. So I'm just grabbing like some sprinkle of the flour and add it in. So it doesn't have to be perfect. If you guys don't have all this stuff, it's okay. This is just supposed to be something fun, something to occupy your time. How's it looking, Winston?
good. Mine's
Good. How's yours, Mace? Let's see. Let me feel it. Your bowl's slipping all over the place. Oh, yeah. You might need a little more flour, actually. Mason's is a little sticky, so I'm sprinkling in a little flour.
Do I need water?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's see. So Winston's is still a little wet feeling. We don't want it to feel wet. We want it to just kind of stick together a little bit. So I'm going to give him another pinch of flour.
If this doesn't do it, then
If it doesn't do it, we just keep adding flour. It's kind of like our slime recipe. When we make our slime, we always use the slime recipe as a metaphor for life. So when things get messed up or when you feel like things aren't going the way that you need, you just need to stop and problem solve and figure out how to fix the problem, you know? Nope, there's a little more. You want to do it? All right. Winston's going to do it.
Oh my god, it feels so weird.
How's yours, Mace? Oh, yeah. It's getting there. So Mason's is not as wet. I would say it needs just a little bit more, Bob.
Water?
No, more flour. All right, so we gave another handful of flour. We're really technical in our measurements. But basically, you just want it to stick together enough, but you don't want it to be wet. So what I was saying about the whole slime recipe, and even for this putty recipe, it's a metaphor for life. When things get messed up or when you add too much of one thing and you got to we want to find the balance. So it's okay if it gets watery. Just add some more flour. It's not that big of a deal. And it's a good workout. Is it feeling the burn, Winston?
Yeah.
Yeah, your arms are getting tired. So this is another way to kind of wear yourself out because, oh, bless you. Well, that wasn't a very Corona-friendly sneeze. So the good news is we're making our own slime, so he can keep his germs to himself. That's all right. All right, how's it going? Is it looking? Let's see. Okay. Getting there. I'd say even a little more flour.
Put some water in there.
No, it doesn't need water. It needs more flour. So I'm just going to use my hand. No, it doesn't need water. It needs more flour. It's too gooey. It smells amazing. I wish you guys could smell how this smells.
I can't.
You can't smell it? You don't smell it?
If they make it at home.
Yes, you guys can smell get your own favorite smell. Ooh, this is starting to really, yeah. So now it's kind of, yeah, it's getting better. You want to do it with your hands? No. I think it needs just even a little bit more flour. All right, that should be good. Mix it all up, Mace. How's yours going, Winston? Let me get in there. You getting tired? Oh, yeah, yours just needs a little bit more. I think you need like
Some in there.
2 more handfuls. So this is getting these guys off the internet, getting them up and moving, and we're talking, and we're making memories. And it is something that hopefully will entertain us for this morning, even this afternoon. When they get bored, I can say, go grab your putty. Go do something with your putty. We made a lot of putty, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, Winston's is also starting to feel a little bit better. It's just not as wet and sticky. It kind of feels like kinetic sand a little bit, which I don't know if you guys have ever had that. But all right, so now we can add in our glitter and our food coloring.
Winston's?
Yep, maybe even yours too.
I don't
Nice.
want to add
Yeah.
coloring.
You don't want to add food coloring?
No, I don't want to add like.
Glitter?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to add glitter.
I want to add glitter.
Some people are glitter fans. Some people aren't. Okay, take the lid off. Just twist the lid off. This is gel food coloring. I never used gel food coloring. Yep, turn it over and squeeze it like toothpaste. All right, that's probably good. That's probably good. Whoop. All right. So now
Blood.
you want to mix it in. It's like blood. Mix it in.
Can I do one color at a time and then the other?
Sure. Mason's gonna mix some colors. I think he decided he was gonna do yellow and green.
It
So
looks like ice cream.
it does look like ice cream.
One thing that I made out of food challenge.
Probably
Looks like
this
cookie dough.
kind, since we used Epsom salt, we wouldn't want to eat. But I don't know if the other stuff is edible. I wouldn't try it. We're not that desperate yet. We got other food to eat. So I'm gonna start. It's probably gonna get all over my hands, but the other fun part about this is like mixing in the food coloring.
It's the hard part.
It's hard, but it's also fun. Like, I don't know, you can just see like the
I think I need a little more red.
effects of your effort. You need a little more red?
Yellow is gonna.
So I'm gonna keep working this piece a little bit. And
Gave me an idea, and now I'm making it like ice cream. I put like chocolate syrup, and then I'm going to just stir it all in.
so it's starting to kind of mix
It's gonna turn
a little
into,
bit.
and it's gonna turn into mint.
I'm gonna make this. Can I steal this piece from you, Winston? Can I
Yeah.
make my own little piece? All right. So we did red. I'm gonna make my own because I didn't make my own.
I wonder what it's gonna look like.
Okay, that blue is not working.
I wonder what yours is gonna look like.
I kind of want mine to be purple, so I mixed red and blue.
Oh my gosh, this thing is.
Yeah, this will get all over my hands, but I honestly don't even
This
care at
red
this
is
point. I have no one to
so-
impress.
This red is so much in. I need some more yellow. Why is it taking so long?
And the thing is, Mason just said, "Why is this taking so long?" It's supposed to. Hello, don't we have like just nothing but time going on here? We got nothing but time. So mine is almost. I don't know if because we use the Epsom salt instead of regular salt, if this is kind of being weird, but we're just making do. And the thing is, you know what? If it comes out weird, honestly, like, I don't mind that. I don't mind the weirdness. It's actually still kind of fun to play with. It's kind of falling apart a little bit on me. Maybe it needs more water, but. So now is my favorite part. Look at my hands. Ah! My favorite part.
Whoa.
I love to like fold in, to fold in the glitter. These guys are still stirring away. Look how busy it's keeping them though. Look how busy you guys are. Getting a good arm workout. All right, so mine, this little chunk. Whoa, got flyaways.
More. I'm trying to like squish it up so then it's all just red. And it's not white anymore. Am I done with yellow?
It's up to you, bub. Let me get this to focus here. There we go. Look at that glitter. We got some fun putty.
The glitter glue.
I don't know what happens if you let this stuff dry. It's just coming out dark because it's concentrated.
Oh, it's dark.
Yeah, it's just dark green. Because then when you mix it in with all of the other putty, it lightens it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Winston, I can see yours is starting to look red.
I know.
Mine is pretty much done. I think it might need a little bit more water, but it's really soft. And I love the glitter. I love the color. You can squeeze it between your fingers. Kind of fun. So as these guys are finishing up, I'm going to wrap it up here.
No!
Oh, you want to see yours? Oh. Winston wants his to be... I made a mess. The other thing is, make a mess. You know, we put down paper towels so that it's not as much of a cleanup. It's kind of good because the dye transfers, so we don't want the dye on the table and stuff, but it's super soft. Pretty glitter.
I used a bunch of green.
Something fun to do. You guys might have better luck with regular table salt. But again, the recipe is 1 cup of flour, half a cup of salt, 3 tablespoons of cream of tartar. I love saying that. Oh, you know what we forgot?
What?
We forgot oil. Ha, that's why it's not sticking together. We forgot oil. So you're supposed to add in a tablespoon of like coconut oil or vegetable oil. So that'll help this stick together. That's what's happening. We forgot that. So a tablespoon of coconut oil. You can add in essential oils, add in your favorite smells. You could probably even put perfume in it. I don't know, like body splash. Half a cup of warm water and food coloring and glitter if you like. But yeah, this needs oil. So I'm going to pause the video. Maybe we'll come back with another video with our finished product. But we need oil, so I'm going to grab some oil. So, all right. So we'll be back with another video on our final product here. All right. So stay tuned.